Joining us now on the Sports Connection is a senior offense and defense lineman for the Raiders, Ben Conner. Ben, appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Ben.
Nice
I always like to know for myself because it makes me feel good sometimes. What class did I get you out of today? Because that really.
Actually, I was a Bruni's teacher's aide.
A teacher's aide.
So,
I bet you that's something easy. Well, then I don't feel. I always like it when they say like algebra or chemistry or Spanish or something because I feel like I did a good deed for the day.
I think I'm gonna miss a little bit of weightlifting, but I'll make that up.
Well, Coach probably isn't happy with me then if you miss some weightlifting. But Ben, talk to us about, Coach was talking about the offense and how you guys have been very good in the wins and how it's really bouncing. It starts with you guys on the offensive line, starting the seniors. Talk about what kind of pride you take as an offensive lineman.
Well, we're down there in the trenches every day, and, when we lose, a lot of people talk about us, but when we win, it's always about the running backs. But I've been proud of our running backs. They gave us a little bit of notice this season, but we're always in a fight every down, every play, and so you got to do your best down there. That's where your weightlifting comes in, and hitting the sleds every day at practice or going through the chutes. And, it's just a lot of hard work, sweat. Those small, skinny guys can run around and catch the ball and run the ball all they want. But us big guys, we got to fight every down. So it's a lot of pride on our shoulders.
Yeah, and with your experience, Coach Bruni was talking about some difficult seasons over the past couple of years and some stuff that was just out of your control with injuries and other things. But now this year, you guys are 5-3. I think you're well positioned heading into the last part of the season. How much has that paid off now with some of the struggles, and how much do you appreciate this year?
There's a lot of things. We went through my sophomore year, we were 1-9. Our junior year, we were 2-9, and now we're 5-3. It's a complete turnaround. And I think it all started last season. As a junior, we had a great group of 4 seniors, and they helped us through, and they knew that maybe they won't win as many games this year as seniors, but they told us keep going, and appreciate them for that a lot. And now winning, we're on the other side of things, and we keep telling those young guys that it's up to them, and so it feels great to win, of course, and it's a new thing for us. Because we haven't experienced that kind of stuff, but it just feels great to win. So,
as a senior, that finality, knowing going into the playoffs, every game could be your last football game. Is that something that the seniors use as motivation even more to we got to play even harder and do absolutely all we can to keep on going?
Yeah, I think that's really started to set in the past few weeks. Coaches started telling us, we're at the halfway mark. It's start to be about 5 games left. And then. Now we got 2 regular season games left. So, it's one of those things that, it's like, well, no more winter program, no more spring practice, but then no more football games in the fall. So it's one of those things that you're like, well, this game, I'm going to give it my all. Next game, because you never know in the playoffs, you don't know which one's your last. Yeah. So you got to go out there and do your best. So.
Well, and as you reflect back, and we were talking about this a little earlier off air, but do you feel like it has gone fast? Now I'm sure you're putting all the time in the workouts, and some days it seems like it'll never end. But now when you look back, it seems like that time probably goes real fast.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You go through practices, and you're like, when's practice going to be over? I want to get home and eat. But once you look back, it's gone by fast. I started the last 3 games of my freshman year. Which it seems like yesterday, but it's been 4 years ago. And, it's gone by so fast, but it's been a great group of guys that have been with me. I think it's 8 of us now. And, we've stuck through it thick and thin. And without them, I don't know where we'd be. We're 5-3 now, so.
Now, you're an offense and defensive lineman, so does that help you out going both ways as an offensive lineman, maybe help you know what tendencies some of the defensive lineman guys are looking for, and as a defensive lineman, what kind of tricks or whatever the offensive linemen are trying to do?
Yeah, it does help out a lot. Last year I played linebacker, actually, and, I learned a lot of things about our defense as a linebacker. But this year as a defensive line, you learn a lot more things in our defense, and then you look over at other people's defense, and you're like, I know what they're doing. So, you key on certain things, like how they line up and their stance and stuff, and it does help out. And then going over the defensive line, you can tell if they're pulling, maybe sitting back on their hand a little bit. But it does help out a lot, and I think that's an advantage of playing both ways on the football field. So.
All right. Well, we appreciate you stopping by and taking some time out of class to come join us today, and good luck the rest of the season. Well, we'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay tuned. You're watching the Sports Connection.